Senator Ron Johnson is just the worst. And over the past few days, the new reason that he's one of the worst is that he decided while talking about the Capitol riots, he wanted to contrast it a bit with some other riots and imply why he thinks people are freaking out about nothing. And people like him were never in any real danger on the 6th, as he'll make clear.
As I've made the comment that on January 6th, I never felt threatened because I didn't. And mainly because I knew that even though those thousands of people there were marching to the Capitol were trying to pressure people like me to vote the way they wanted me to vote, I knew those are people that love this country, that truly respect law enforcement, would never do anything to break a law. And so I wasn't concerned. Now, had the tables been turned, and Joe, this got me in trouble. Had the tables been turned and President Trump won the election, and those were tens of thousands of Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters, I might have been a little concerned.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot of work to figure out all that he's saying and communicating there, Francesca. It's pretty obvious.
I have no words for this man. I watched this and I was like, what's funny about this? Nothing. His blatant racism. Not only is it incredibly obviously racist and openly embracing the fact that he is a racist and he's also a hypocrite, because if Antifa or Black Lives Matter, i.e. Black people, were breaking laws or doing the exact same thing, he would be concerned. So open hypocrite, open racist, and then the entire setup, which is they love the police. They weren't breaking laws. You know, when they were bashing a police officer's head in the doorway of a secured location they weren't allowed to enter, I knew they would never hurt police or break a law.
That's it.
What? What are you saying? What are you, just say, just cut to the chase, man. Just say it, just be like, look, as a proud white supremacist, I wasn't really worried. Also, because my name wasn't deliberately uttered. Sure, the vice president's was, but they weren't trying to come for me, so I'm okay. Anyway, I survived it, even though I peed my pants a little bit on the actual day.
That's it. Yeah, white people can't break the law. And maybe if they're libs, then maybe I'll make an exception for that. But otherwise, white people can't break the law. They're awesome. Everything they do is great. Other people are really suspicious. And I evaluate all social movements based on the melanin content of their skin. That's basically it. That was all that he said. They're not gonna they were breaking the law. Why are so many getting arrested and being put behind bars? Weird, since they didn't break the law. And they assaulted people. I mean, the siege left 5 people dead, including a cop. 2 other officers were on duty that day, later died by suicide. More than 100 officers were injured. I guess they were taken down by the power of irony, since it wasn't the white people that did it. At least 40 rioters have been charged with assaulting law enforcement officers. I saw a rioter beating a cop, trying to kill him with the American flag. If that doesn't force conservatives to think a little bit about where their movement is going, nothing is going to, because nothing is going to. Yeah. They're chasing a cop. That's what they're doing. They're beating cops. And he can pretend that, oh no, they're more pro cop. Again, like what we were talking about with the polls. And this is, I guess, the thing we say most often on the show. How are you supposed to have a functioning democracy when a significant chunk of the population, and especially their chosen representatives, people that they love Ron Johnson over the past few months as he's gotten crazier and crazier, feel no need whatsoever to have the things they say be reflective in the facts. The most obvious, demonstrable lies about what happened, but it doesn't bother him. He can just say it. He's not gonna face any tough questions. Fox isn't gonna have a problem, and the base definitely isn't gonna have a problem, because they don't care about the facts, they care about the outcome. And the outcome, at least it presented, is follow what these crazy racists say, and white people will be in charge once again. And all the threat that you feel that Ingram and Tucker make you feel every night, we'll make that go away. We will put people back into their proper place in society, and anything goes in pursuit of that goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Someone, the Bears Den in the chat says the Nazgul didn't feel threatened when the orcs attacked Gondor either. Yeah. If I was Marjorie Greene, I wouldn't have been worried on that particular day. If I was one of the people who told them to attack, I wouldn't have been particularly worried.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.